You know, it's kind of a given that not every dream we have comes true. Like, I know my dream of marrying a rich, emotionally detached orphan who dresses up as a bat to fight crime is definitely not coming true. But I dreamt that She-Hulk Season 2 would get canceled, and it seems like that dream did come true, and honestly, that's enough. Hi y'all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. Before you ask, yes, I got a haircut. No, I'm not declaring war on my own femininity. I just got tired of dealing with excessively long hair, so we're working with this now. Now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the real important stuff. A few months ago, I made a video addressing some rumors that I had heard about She-Hulk Season 2, including how many episodes the second season was gonna have, and it seemed basically all but confirmed. Except, it seems like that all turned out to be bullshit. Tatiana Maslany, who plays Jen in She-Hulk, she was recently interviewed on the Codenames live stream, and she gave us some really important information as to what exactly is going on with She-Hulk Season 2. Even though just a few months ago we were all buzzing about how it seemed like it was definitely gonna happen, it was going to be another 9-episode season, and we were all basically just cursing Disney for making us sit through another season of this.
So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Especially because I said if they ever made another season, I would have to review it, and I basically saw myself screwed for 9 episodes.
You know I'm the hottest, you ain't never gotta heat me up.
On this live stream, Tatiana actually had nothing good to say. When she was asked about She-Hulk Season 2, she said, and I quote, "I don't think so. I think we blew our budget," and Disney was like, "No thanks." Which is such a huge win for me. Like, maybe I won't need therapy after all. Well, I definitely need therapy, but like for other things, not about She-Hulk.
Stop it. Get some help.
And so I know the rumor mill is gonna be buzzing and wondering if it's basically all the flack that She-Hulk Season 1 caught online. But I mean, realistically, we've already been shown that Disney doesn't exactly care about making money anymore, and they also don't really care about satisfying their shareholders because they've been listening to the vitriol and very valid complaints from fans online, and they kind of keep doing what they're doing anyway in service of pushing whatever agenda they have this week. You know, because it's easier to just call all your fans bigots instead of actually listening and taking into consideration very valid criticism. See, it wasn't the complaints of fans online that basically killed Season 2 of She-Hulk. What killed Season 2 of She-Hulk was Season 1 of She-Hulk. It was the budget behind Season 1 of She-Hulk. See, the first season of She-Hulk was 9 episodes long, and of course, every episode featured some form of CGI because, well, She-Hulk is a CGI person. And so the cost for a 9-episode season featuring a CGI main character is a whopping $200 million, if not more. It's actually estimated that it might have cost up to $220 million. But let's get a little bit into the meat and potatoes of this, right? Let's say we're leaving the entire first season's budget at just $200 million. That's over $22 million per episode. And if that doesn't sound like that much to you, the first Avengers film, which was released in 2012, only cost $220 million to make. It was incredibly well received by fans and casual viewers, and it basically turned the MCU into what it later became. Obviously not the crap that we have now, but it definitely kicked off something in a big way. She-Hulk cost only $20 million less than that, and it's basically one of the lamest things that has ever had a Marvel stamp on it. And see, not only was it $200 million worth of CGI, but it was actually $200 million worth of bad CGI.
Come at me, bro!
See, She-Hulk was one of those shows that was like the last push for Marvel visual effects artists to try and unionize, because apparently not only were they overworked and working crazy hours, but the situation basically came about and was exacerbated by the fact that lots of scripts and bits and pieces of the show were still being finalized as VFX artists were being asked to work on it, which also means that the show underwent revisions after it was already uploaded to the Disney Plus streaming service. So it was crazy expensive, it wasn't really well received by fans, but it was also panned by critics, dedicated fans, and countless angry YouTubers. Not that I would know anything about that. It's honestly no wonder Disney jumped ship on this. Most online websites claim that we didn't like She-Hulk because of its feminist messaging, and we rallied against it because we hate women and we hate the woke. But really, that was like the last thing I heard anybody talk about when it came to She-Hulk. I even gave some pretty valid criticisms when I reviewed every single episode of the show as it was being released, and I was hearing comments that I must hate women and that's why I didn't like the show. Newsflash, my favorite person in the world is a woman. Me. So how could I hate women enough to dislike She-Hulk for that reason? No, I disliked She-Hulk because it wasn't a good show. It wasn't a, let's say, out-of-this-world comedy. It wasn't a well-produced courtroom drama. It wasn't a real superhero show. And in fact, most of the show was just Jen complaining about her love life as a 30-year-old. I don't know, whether the chick is green or not, I don't want to watch a show where every episode feels like a Tinder pity party. I don't exactly think a show that paints a picture of every man being a complete asshole and every woman being incredibly catty and entirely too attached to Tinder is a feminist victory.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
Maybe that's just me though. Either way, for all those reasons, I am so glad that She-Hulk Season 2 seems to be dead in the water, because now I can know peace. That's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more SnarkyJay, be sure to check me out on Instagram. And if you'd like to support my channel and my content creation, do subscribe to my Patreon. I will add links to both in the description below. And let me know your thoughts about She-Hulk Season 2 being canceled in the comments below.